One of the most rewarding experiences when you get to see the next generation of young hairdressers coming through, the next batch of 20-year-olds settling in and finding their way in a career in the hairdressing business. For me, it's such a privileged position to stand at the front of a room of hairdressers and be able to positively influence and grow their understanding of the possibilities that a career in the hairdressing profession can bring. When you see the lights go on in someone's eyes, when they write heartfelt messages and say that they can't wait to get back to the salon and try out their newfound skills, when they say that they get it, that they've seen another way, a better way, when their understanding of the potential that lies ahead of them and within them to succeed on many levels as hairdressers is awakened, it is absolutely brilliant. Regardless of whether it's being a busy stylist behind the chair, or the many other career possibilities that will typically begin by sweeping the floor and folding towels in a salon, hairdressing can be a great career path. I know that not everyone that starts out in the hairdressing industry will last the distance. I know it's not easy. I never said that it was. Some of them just don't have what it takes. For others, hairdressing is a stepping stone to something else. Some want it all today, but don't want to put in the hours and hours of effort required to get it. And some simply never want to be more than average anyway. Average in their commitment, average in their expectations, average in their resilience, average in their effort, average in their determination. Pretty well average at everything. I once asked the late Vidal Sassoon, what is the best bit of advice that you would give to the average hairdresser? And his answer was, be anything but average. Average is not rewarding. By definition, average means like most people. So if the goal is to be anything but average, don't be like most people. Do what the average hairdresser doesn't do. If the average hairdresser doesn't set goals, then set goals. If the average hairdresser doesn't read books, then read books, preferably mine. If the average hairdresser doesn't continually attend education courses, then make sure that you're always furthering your education. If the average hairdresser is waiting for someone else to motivate them, then be self-motivated. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Average is not very rewarding. The average hairdresser doesn't earn a good income, but there are so many hairdressers who earn a great income. Why? Well, it's because they do more than most. They do more than the average. I don't just mean they do more clients or do more colour or retail, etc., but they have more commitment, more passion, more self-motivation, more vision, more determination. They may or may not be the best at doing hair in the salon, but you can be sure they never stop trying, and they recognise that technical and creative ability is only half of what is needed to be really successful. The fact that you're watching this means that you are not average. The average one wouldn't bother. You are not average. Congratulations. Stick at it. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Commit to growth. Commit to becoming more than you already are. Commit to being anything but average. So what are some practical next steps? Can I suggest that you brainstorm with your team? What 3 things can we do this week that the average hairdresser doesn't? What is average productivity for hairdressers in your salon, and how can you grow it? What is the average wage in your salon, and how can you increase it? So thanks for watching, and if this has been helpful and you don't already subscribe to the 2-Minute Salon Manager, you can do so by visiting growmysalonbusiness.com. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook or Instagram at growmysalonbusiness. Have a great week.